up about your second cup of coffee this morning. Well, that was me about a year ago. I would snooze my alarm to the last minute, rush to get ready, get into work, and finally wake up about an hour after being there. And I didn't really think much about it. I thought this was how everyone pretty much did their mornings, except of course my grandpa who gets up at 4 in the morning to read the newspaper. But besides that, I thought this was typically normal. Until I came across a podcast, and this podcast was interviewing the author of Miracle Morning, Hal Elrod. And in this podcast, Hal mentioned 6 things successful people do in the morning. So tonight I'm going to go through these 6 things with you. First, the most important thing to me in my morning routine is my morning prayer. This allows me to clear my head of the worldly things going on, talk through my day, and gives me kind of strength to tackle the day. Energizes me and allows me to focus on the important thing first. According to Dr. Clay Routledge, a writer for Psychology Today, prayer improves self-control, makes you nicer, makes you more forgiving, increases trust, and offsets the negative health effects of stress. These are all great benefits to start every morning out with. The next task I complete in the morning is writing in a daily goal journal. Many top performers credit a strong sense of their accomplishments and success to knowing their goals and sticking to those goals. Grant Cardone, a real estate mogul and sales expert, writes down his goals every morning when he wakes up and every night before he goes to bed. He says it allows him to stay focused on the important things, and the ability to say no to the things he knows will not help him get to those goals. I use a template from the 5-minute journal. I write down 3 things I'm grateful for in the morning. Also 6 things I want to accomplish that day, my 6 goals for the year, inspirational quote, and a small affirmation. The third task is reading an affirmation that you created for your life. It might seem kind of like a waste of time, and how could reading something that's not really, it's kind of made up, help you? Well, I've actually found it pretty powerful and effective. For those who are not familiar with the affirmation, it's basically just you write down what you want to do in life and what you want to be in life, and sentences, bullets, however you want to lay it out. And it really forces you to look years and years into the future to determine what you want to be like in life and what you want to accomplish. Reading every morning kind of gives you the motivation to stick to what you want to do and help you see and work towards the things that are important to you, friends and family, things like that. The fourth task is getting a quick exercise in the morning. I know a lot of people don't like to exercise in the morning. I actually do my main workout during lunch time in the afternoon, but just getting a short cardio burst, maybe doing some burpees or jumping jacks, kind of get your heart rate up and kind of helps you move with a little alacrity in the morning. According to Mel F. Coolidge, a writer for bodybuilding.com, getting your heart rate up increases focus for the next activity, increases your metabolic rate, so that helps you burn calories more efficiently throughout the day, and also you release some endorphins when you work out. So all these are great attributes to receive first thing in the morning to kind of get you ready to perform at your top level. The fifth task is reading something motivational or informational for a small period of time in the morning. As most of you know, a lot of successful people contribute reading to how they became successful, being able to use the knowledge from other people. According to a website, refreshleadership.com, the average CEO reads about 4 to 5 books a month. That's a lot of reading. That's over a book a week. And I know when I get home, my willpower is about drained, and I have all the good intentions of picking up the book and reading, but it doesn't happen. So time and time again, I kind of fail to read with the good intentions. So I found reading about 15 to 30 minutes in the morning before I go to work out. My willpower's at its peak, and it doesn't seem like a lot, like maybe read 10, 15 pages, but I slowly start knocking out books. Like, wow, I finished a lot more books than I had trying to tackle it at nighttime. And also, if you pick up like a gold nugget of information while you're reading, you can carry that throughout your day and actually use some of the information. The final task is visualizing your day. So you visualize yourself accomplishing the things you want to do for the day, and visualize yourself accomplishing the big goals for the year. I know it kind of sounds hoaxy and far-fetched, kind of like the affirmation, how can visualizing help you actually accomplish stuff in real life. But take NBA great Jerry West. He was known for making clutch-winning buzzer shots consistently, and he contributed that to visualizing himself in his mind making these shots over and over again. So when the moment came and the pressure was on him, he was able to relax because he had already made these shots in his head, and that's what he said helped him be able to make shots consistently. Also for me, it kind of takes the big scary goals and makes them a little less scary because you're playing through your mind and you kind of get used to it, comfortable with it, and it doesn't seem as scary, and you kind of tackle it a little easier by visualizing. Well, those are the 6 morning routine tasks that are mentioned in the book Miracle Morning, and these are the 6 things I try to do in the morning. I don't always get them done. I might get 2 or 3 done. Sometimes I revert back to my old ways and don't do anything. Ironically, this morning, I only got about 2 done this morning. Been feeling a little under the weather, so just trying to catch up on sleep. But I will say that the times I do get all 6 done, I feel like I can get more things done. I'm a little more energetic throughout the day, and I think it has some benefits. So if you want to kind of jumpstart your mornings and improve your mornings, remember, you pray or meditation, journal goals, read your affirmations, exercise, read a book on motivation or an informational book, and visualize your day. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Cody.
Thanks.
So that is the morning routine by Cody Broussard. And those are some good tips to starting off your day. And hopefully, if you apply those techniques, you do it consistently and make a habit of doing all 6 of them. Now at this time, we will go into our table topics unless someone has a pocket speech. Does anyone have a pocket speech? Okay, we'll go into our table topics, and our table topics master for tonight is Kedrick.
Toastmaster. Okay. Is anyone here not a member of our group this evening? Everybody's a member. Okay. Oh, you did? Okay. Congratulations. Okay. Well, so there's no guest, so everyone gets a topic tonight. That's what that means. Okay. Start off. What was your name again?
Katie.
Katie. How you doing, Katie?
I'm good.
Okay. Katie.
I lied, I'm so.
The topic for you is, what simple fact do you wish more people understood? What simple fact do you wish more people understood?
Good evening, guys. I think a simple fact that I think is sometimes hard for people to understand is that you can disagree with somebody but still have a relationship with them. I think the election is a good example of that, but even outside of that, we see that people sometimes are like, well, you're a Republican or you're a Democrat, so we can't be friends. Or in the church itself, there's so many different denominations within the Christian faith that, you know, the Methodists don't work with the Baptists and the Presbyterians don't want to talk to the Episcopalians. You know, it's just, but we all have a foundation in Christ in that example. And so it's just, I wish people could see that there's more that connects us than our different beliefs and our values. And we're able to find common ground, or even just being a little bit more open to a discussion format instead of an argument format that is sometimes stops progress very simply. And so I think if we opened ourselves up to new ideas, but also being open just to get to know the person, understand why they believe something, instead of just saying, oh, you're different than I am, and then we take a step back, that life would be a little better.
Okay. Thank you, Katie. All right. Let's go around the room. Okay. All right. Next up, it's Julius. I always get excited to hear him speak.
Right.
So, Julius, here's one for you. How would you describe your future in 3 words? How would you describe your future in 3 words?
Toastmaster for the Toastmasters. How would I describe my future in 3 words? Absolutely amazing. 3 words, absolutely amazing. It's amazing because nobody knows what the future holds, so we can only hope to look forward to the future with a lot of excitement, a lot of alacrity, just ready and willingness to embrace whatever takes place. And if you walk into it with that type of attitude, your present moment, your next moment, and your next moment, and the next moment after that, it's always going to be exciting. So the future is now. That's what the guy said. He said greatness occurs the moment you decide you want to achieve something. Not when it's achieved, not when you have a gold medal around your neck. It starts the moment you say you want to achieve something. So I'm saying now that my future is absolutely amazing. It's totally
Okay, Maurice.
Yes.
Here's one. Who do you sometimes compare yourself to?
Fellow Toastmasters, the question that was posed to me is, who do I compare myself to? Without naming any specific person, it depends on the occasion, the event, and what is being done. For example, a Toastmasters meeting. If I'm doing a speech and another person's doing a speech, I may compare myself to some extent to the other speaker, not as far as the speech topic, but how well the speech is executed. So I may compare myself to another person like that. Or if I'm playing a sport, especially an individual sport like bowling or tennis, I may compare myself to one of my opponents to see how well I'm doing or how well I'm not doing. So I may not have a specific person to compare myself to, but it depends on the situation. Topic master.
Okay, let's see.
Tamby.
Tamby, coming back to you. And Ewing, did I pronounce it right?
Mm-hmm.
Ewing, okay. All right, so here's a topic for you. What does it mean to be human?
Ewing or Tim?
Ewing, yeah. What does it mean to be human?
Be human.
What does it mean to be human? Yeah. Let's see, where is it at? What does it mean to be human? Let's see it. It was on here, I don't know it. I promise. What does it mean to be human? Yeah.
I don't know. What does it mean? You mean the human being?
Yes.
Human being?
Yeah, to you, what's your definition of being human?
Human. to be human being should have a lot of a character. I think the first, it should be have a love people, love yourself, love people. And second one, you should do something always with accurate. No matter you go to work or do exercise, reading, watch TV, no matter what you do. So that's make you the life is like have a significance. Not complain the human being. And third, I think you should have work. Work like make everything you need by yourself, not rely on other people. That's it.
All right. So pronounce it again?
Tambi, like Bambi, but with the T.
Tambi. Okay. Tambi. Okay, Tambi. Question for you. What do you love most about yourself?
Good evening, Mr. Toastmaster, table topic, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters. The one thing that I like about myself is the fact that I have the nature to think outside the box. Whether it's a person or thinking out of the box with them or being creative. Just having an open mind. That's one of the things that I really like about myself. And nowadays, probably a long time even before I came to the earth, a lot of people are just set in their ways. They only see their way of doing things. They don't think about something different. Even when my mom cooks, she cooks it this way. Have you ever thought about cooking it a different way? So that's that's the one thing that I admire about myself. Thank you so much.
Okay, and last but not least, Cody. So I have to ask you, on your speech, I listen to a lot of podcasts, so what was the name of the podcast you got your information on? Got you on the spot. Okay.
Yeah, I'll find it for you though.
Okay. All right, so, all right, here we go. So your question is, what is the biggest change you have made in your life in the last year?
Thank you, Table Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters. One of the biggest changes I think I've made in myself this year is really getting down to set a number of goals and a vision and a path that I want to take in my life. I've been, on the track of school, going through school, getting a degree, getting a job, everything kind of lined up. Typical way most people are taught. Didn't really think for myself as much. I wasn't reading on my own, just kind of following some of my friends that were, doing well in school and just kind of took the same path they did. So when I kind of stepped back and said, well, what can I do for myself? Is this really what I want to do? Then I started to uncover, new things about myself and learn a little bit more about what makes me tick, what am I good at, what can I bring to the table, and not really relying on others as much as I did in the past. So that's really a big change for me, is just kind of stepping back from, I guess they call it the rat race or whatever, and just kind of separate myself and looking at it in a big picture kind of way and finding what I want to do. So thank you.
Okay, that concludes our table topics, and I will relinquish the lecture back to our Toastmaster.
Okay. Okay, at this time, we'll go into our evaluation, and our general evaluator for tonight is Julius.
I'm Mr. Toastmaster. The meeting started on time. We took a short recess to allow anybody else who might want to come an opportunity to be here. All roles were filled. We had a great speech. Table topics were interesting and thought-provoking. And now I'll move into the evaluation of Cody's speech. Cody's speech was titled Morning Routine, and I'm just going to go down through the categories of the things that they want me to evaluate. First was speech value. Was it interesting and meaningful to the audience? I gave you a 5. It was interesting and beneficial. Preparation research. I had you down for listing at least 6 different authors or contributors. Rutledge, Grant Cardone, Jerry West, and a few others. Good research. Organization was good on organization because it was so simple, 6-step process, step 1, step 2, step 3. Organization, great. Captivating and opening. Captivating into the topic. I gave you a 3 on that. I love the question. It was could have put a little more vim in the question. The body flows smoothly, appropriate, supportive material, a 5. And the conclusion. The conclusion is a call to action, and a sense of hesitancy and asking us to take action on what you thought were some things that you had some questions and concerns about. Like these affirmations, I don't know about affirmations, I don't know about visualization. When you're speaking and your call to action is you want people to act on what you bring them. You bring them some vital information. Right. And you want them to say, hey, this is very beneficial, it's proven, scientific fact, do this, you reap the rewards. Transitions, great on transition. Now, what could the speaker have done different to make the speech more effective? I said use less notes, and I would have liked to have known, like, what's the time frame for those 6 activities? So, like, how to get 6 fantastic strategies done in less than 10 minutes.
Whoa!
It can be done. It can be done. All right. Now, what do you like about the presentation? Good information. Talked about affirmation, visualization, exercise, all beneficial things that you can take with you, and that really you can do it in less than 10 minutes. Right. And one other thing, do not say thank you at the end. It is the audience's responsibility to thank you for giving us a speech. But all in all, it was a great speech. Look forward to hearing from you again. And now, we're going to move into our grammarians report. That'll be by Tammy.
Thank you, sir, so much. Toastmaster, fellow members. The word of today was alacrity, and it was used 5 times during the meeting. The filler words and the meaning. So, you know what I'm saying? Maurice 3, Katie 9, Julian 2. I'm sorry, ma'am. How do you pronounce your name? Yuying 5, Cody 16, Kedrick 3, Tamby 1. Thank you so much.
I guess Tammy won.
All right, great. Okay, now we need to hear from our timer.
The meeting starts at 7, and we discussed the list. The speaker start at 7:30. Cody is 6 minutes, 42 seconds. Table topic, Katie is 1 minute, 11 seconds. Judy
Right.
is 1 minute, 13 seconds. Marie is 1 minute, 22 seconds. Me is 1 minute, 13 seconds. Tabby is 58 seconds. Cody is 1 minute, 18 seconds. Evaluation for a speaker, is you use 3 minutes, 28 seconds. And the primary is 36 seconds.
Okay, thank you, and that concludes the evaluation portion of the meeting. We will turn it back to our Toastmasters.
At this time, I don't really have a educational overview except to say that I encourage each member to bring both of their books, no matter whether they have a role or not. Because for one thing, if one person who has a certain role does not show up and you substitute for them, then you get credited in your competent leadership book for playing that role. And also, even if you don't have a speech, you can use your book to evaluate someone else in case they didn't bring their book, and that happens a lot here. Other than that, that's it for the educational overview. And since the Vice President of Education is not here, we don't have the agenda for next week. But I encourage each person to select a role that you will do for the next week's meeting.
What am I supposed to do? Icebreaker? What's that, book one?
Yeah.
Good one.
The lady?
Yeah.
Did you want to do the icebreaker? Because I'm not going to be here next week. I would like to hear you.
Okay, all right, well, I'll just work on it.
Yeah, give you more time.
So what, you gone every other Monday?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
What you gonna do? You gonna do your table talks next week?
I can't. I was gonna go online and take a job.
Okay. What am I supposed to do? I'll do one of the evaluators.
Okay, but whenever you're able to log on to Easy Speak, you can
I'll try one.
go in and select your role. Other than that, I will turn it back over to the president. Okay, fellow Toastmasters. It's 7:43, and I don't see any other points of the agenda that we need to cover unless there's any questions or comments on things that we could do to improve our Toastmaster meetings, or anything else that comes to mind. But if not, we could adjourn the meeting.
I'm hungry, I gotta go.
Your speech. You didn't say what your life affirmation was. I'll read it.
Did you?
Okay.
Aaron is
That's okay. That's like, what is it?
King of the Hill.
Double rose.
It's like a